Green tea.
Food for thought, dog. Get a plate.
Tablescraps. Ladies and gentlemen, young scrappers, what's going on? We're here, season 4, Tablescraps. We're back in the building. The world famous Wings on Wheat family owned restaurant. We got Aaron Weldon in the building, owner and operator, founder. More locations to come. Right here, we're at the south side location, Jonesboro, Mount Zion Parkway. So, fellas, here's the question. So, what's the value of the local entrepreneur in the community in 2016? In today's age, the way things are moving now, what is the value of that local entrepreneur?
For me, I think it's the essence of the community. It's the local business that drives, the community. Without them, why would you want to be part of the community? So having those businesses, they just help the community is so much. And, gentlemen such as A-Dub, need it. It's a blessing. So honestly, just for these kids to see something, see us. They don't normally see us. They may see, no disrespect to the Asian, Indian, Middle Eastern. They see that, but to see us
as business
is real, right? This is real. So more power to you, and I know great things are going to come from this. And hey, man, we're happy to have you here.
Appreciate that. Well, it's important to keep the dollar circulating in our community. You go into many other communities, Jewish community, Asian community, and they keep those dollars circulating within their community.
16 times.
Exactly.
More at least.
And they're generating the type of wealth for their kids to have passed down to them. And we haven't began to touch on or scratch that surface for our own community. So to see us having a foundation, such as Wings on Wheat, that believes in that and carries on that philosophy, because many of us are afraid to take on that challenge, and then a lot of times we're not able to take on that challenge because it requires a lot of work and due diligence. And it requires a lot of standing up to the other communities that bring their dollars, or they want to make money off of us and exploit our community, and then treat us any kind of way, which we are definitely going to touch on this subject on today, because I know A had extraordinary story when we met him, and it definitely led us to wanting to shoot this show on today. Dollar circulate, man. That's the most important thing.
I think from a distance, I think people think that the entrepreneur doesn't. The perception is it's not the same value as it once was, and like G was saying, I just think that it's not enough examples. It's not enough examples of people who have not only the story of, okay, I got inspired, I wanted to be in my community, and I wanted to show that you can circulate the dollars in your own community, in your own house. But not only is it not enough of that, but it's not enough of people saying, okay, you know what? This is one element to it. Okay, yes, I have the business, I run the business, but what else can I influence in the community? I think people sometimes they don't see the activism, the action that takes place in the community. Because there's one thing, okay, to be running the business. It's another thing totally altogether to say, okay, I'm gonna be active in the community with this company, with this business. I'm gonna use that as a platform to, speak to kids. Or I'm gonna go to high schools, or I'm gonna talk to the youngster that I keep seeing walking past the store every day, and I'm gonna have a conversation with him and tell him what I'm doing and how he can learn from that.
We have to be more effective in our communities. I mean, seriously, when you really look at it, if we don't have any black businesses in our communities, how are our community, speaking of our kids, where are they going to see wealth? How are they going to ever see wealth? I mean, the only thing they're saying is what they're saying every day. But when you start being effective in the community, like what you were just talking about, kids walk by here all the time. I get to go out there and say whatever I want to say to them as a leader. Hey man, why you got your pants down? You know, they listen, they respect you. You know, so that's like what we were talking about last time. That's really part of my main purpose of really being here. It's not about finances. So when you live on purpose, the finances will come anyway. So when you don't live for finance, then you know you don't have an issue. So I'm more about really trying to be here to reach out to these kids. You know, when they like the guy we seen get out the car today before they was about when they first got here. Right. You know, I usually you see how that bothers me. I go out and I talk to them about that. Like, why are you getting out of the car with a 40-ounce bottle? Right. What does that represent and why? Yeah. You know, so when you start talking about activism, you know, and that's real. And we do have black-owned businesses, but you know, a lot of them are not being effective. They're going after the finance. Right. They're not going after the purpose. Exactly. So it makes a difference, you know. So we definitely, you know, trying to spread to the different communities. We're opening up Wild Wings the right way, you know, not imitated. All Wild Wings are not my wing spots. But, you know, so we can get in these communities like cancer cells and spread the virus so we can get to the people when that virus is love. That's all it is, you know, that's all it is love. So
You can taste it.
I'm about to say, yeah,
You can taste it.
it's something to that phrase, cooking with love. It's absolutely something.
How did WOW start? How did that all start about? How did that dream come about?
actually, this restaurant actually wasn't a dream. It was just one weekend. I wasn't even thinking about getting into the restaurant business. I think I shared this story with them. I wanted to go get something to eat, and I was at an Asian restaurant, and I was standing behind a young lady, and she got into it with the Asian owner. And I was just sitting there thinking, like, you know, you should never be going back and forth with the customer. Even, you know, sometimes customers is wrong, but in business, customers are right. Right. So I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, she is really arguing with her, and I was like, she really don't even care about her dollar, because she knows she'll be back.
She got no other place to spend it.
She has no other place to spend it. Right. And that's, you know, and I'm sure we all been victim of that, you know, like arguing, I ain't never come back here with them. Before you knew it, you find yourself sitting in the car like, I hope she forgot I said that last time. You know what I'm saying? Down the street like, man, where I'm going. Right. Exactly. And so, you know, that frustrated me to see that they went through that and the lady walked out and, you know, she told her to just go, you don't have to come back or whatever. So I'm like, well, you don't need my money either. So I left. And then I went to another restaurant, and you know, it was one of those, you know,
before you go any further, was the girl wrong or was she right in her place?
The girl, the customer was actually right in this case. Okay. And that's the reason why I was like, well, my money don't need to be spent there either. Okay. You know, it just that was kind of frustrating. But it's also one of them, you know, one of the nights, you know, where you don't want your typical Wendy's or Steak and Shake or something like that. You want something a little different. And, you know, I found, you know, that when we want something different, whether we want, you know, some wings, you know, we take that money to the agents. And if we want Chinese food, which is something different, you know, in our community, we take the money to the agents. And, you know, like you said earlier, there's nothing against agents or whatever. I definitely don't, you know, like their hustle. I respect their hustle. Right. But, you know, it's also time for us to be able to do, you know, take care of our community too. And, you know, so that bothered me. I went to another location. I didn't like the vibe in there. I left. I went home. I'm sitting there. You know, I'm a big boy, so I'm frustrated.
Hungry.
I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
Ideally birthed out of hunger.
Yeah, I'm hungry, you know. So, you know, and it was a Saturday night. You know, my wife got a thing, you know, on weekends. Fridays is Fix It Yourself Fridays. And Saturdays is Suit Yourself Saturdays. Meaning she ain't cooking. She ain't cooking, right. So, you know, I got home, I was sitting there. And she was like, you know, I was frustrated. She said, well, baby, what you gonna do? But she was really meaning like, well, what you gonna eat? Like, what you gonna come up with, you know? And I was like, I know what I'm gonna do. And I got in the car, and I rolled up here, and I got the name and stuff off the glass. I've been riding by here for over 5 years. This place sat here for 5 years waiting on me to open it. 5 years, nobody opened this place. With all this traffic, all this business, everything, just sat here. So I went up here and got the number off the glass and called them Monday. And Tuesday, I was in the process of being a restaurant. Wow. That's how this place opened up.
Wow.
Straight passion.
It is the beginning right there.
Beginning and you blessing the community, man.
Exactly.
And it's just impressive and inspiring. And that's that's what you want to do, is inspire your community. Because you start something that can inspire the next young man or even middle-aged person to follow their dreams or spontaneous ideas. Step out and do
Now,
something.
what are some of the things that is different about this place? Like, I know you said something about the when you taking food home, it's not in a, whatever, styrofoam container or anything like. What are some of the different things about this place?
Like they say, information is out there. It's just about if we go out to look for it and to receive it. And a lot of us know that styrofoam is not good to warm up in microwaves. But most of our carry-out restaurants are giving you styrofoam.
They cost less and cheaper.
Cost effective, right? It's much cheaper. And but when you put it in there and microwave it, it releases carbon dioxide, which is carcinogen, and we eat that. Sometimes you microwave styrofoam too far, you see the cheese kind of embedded in there, and you just eating around it, all them fumes is going in there, and that's chemicals. So that was one of the things I wanted to do differently, is create a box and make sure it's kind of old school. When people walk out, they got that food in that box. They got the wings and the fries. They driving their car for people to come on lunch hour, and that steam's just building naturally. You open up that box and you just eating your wings, and you're right out that box, and it's a cheap box. And that's another thing. My prices are. I get people fussing me all the time. Like, you got to go up on your price. You got to go up on your prices. But they don't understand the vision. I understand where they're coming from a business perspective, and I always tell them that. I do understand that, but that's not my mission here. I have other means. You're right. I have other means. I have other businesses or whatever. This is really birthing the end anyway. But right now, this community, we got to give them 20 wings and fries for $10. We got to give them, 2-piece fish and fries for $5. We got to take care of them over here. So that's, but hey, 2 years, about to open up another 2 stores. So that comes from purpose, so that's, to answer your question, I use boxes, which we have to manually build every day. Most times you come in during the day, you sit there and just watch the show, because we sitting there folding boxes. We got to fold all day. We got to keep it folding. We manually make our cups of ranches and blue cheese and stuff like that. Just trying to put.
What about this peach crack?
Peach crack.
I don't see any ingredients on it, man. It's like, I can't take this home and carbon copy.
No. Well, we get people to try. You can definitely give it a try. We got a lot of restaurants that's attempting it. We had one restaurant right up the street. I guess they didn't know any better. They started trying to make peach crack, and they called it peach crack for like 2 days. And a couple of customers went in there because they sell Phillies. I don't sell sandwiches, and they went in there and they seen that they had peach crack wrote on the thing. And they was like, "You can't call this peach crack. That's the name of their drink." So they changed the name. But I'm thinking they probably thought the peach crack was this new drink that everybody loved. So they just gonna make it and put peach crack on.
Right. So that's what they drinking in the hood. Okay.
Exactly. That's what I say. Can't knock their hustle, but somebody got to be here to say, it ain't gonna keep happening.
Yeah, I thought the crack epidemic was almost over.
You gotta
I finished.
So I take it that y'all like it.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. She keeps sipping on it. She keeps sipping on mine.
She said, "You said herbal water over there. You over here sipping on something orange." Come on, like, see? She's like, "Come on, man. That looks better than this."
And you make your own ingredients.
Yeah. Like if I buy, a sauce in a bottle, it's just a base. I got a little slogan: "Who can cook better for us than us?" So when I look at sauces, when you go to the other wing spots, you be like, it's all right, or it's pretty good or whatever, because they just give you sauce out of the bottle. There's no love in it. But I figure, like us black folks, when we cook, you gotta add a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So that's why it took me about 3 or 4 months before I even opened it, because I was like, I'm gonna master these sauces, I'm gonna master these flavors. And we kept doing tasters, and I would open up the doors and let people come in, just try free food or whatever, just get a feel and let them know. I'm testing, so I need to know. If it ain't popping, let me know.
Right.
So and that's how I work my ingredients. So it got to a point where people was like, oh yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, still, perfected, the craft over 2 years or whatever, but You know, now we start off with about 5 flavors, and now we're up to our 38 flavors. The menu say 34 plus because, you know, but I got about 4 flavors since the last year.
That's deeper than basket ramen.
31, right? Yeah, that's 31, yeah.
You got some, you know, something brand new that you want to test out, right?
Oh, yeah, we got a new flavor we just came up with this week. I'm proud of it. It's kind of on the spicy side, but I'm considering making it like my house one.
Bring it
My
on.
house flavor. So, you know, but we just been kind of testing it out. So y'all get to test that today.
Hey, talking about
Heard it
only
first.
here on Tablescraps.
That's it.
We'll be back. Tablescraps TV.